What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy KL Sounds. Breaking news today: we had a ICE raid down in LA. Supposedly there was a illegal pot growing stuff going on. They had kids up there, immigrants up there. ICE. Let's check out the Black Conservative video. Shout out to him. Let's get into the video. Let's go.
Workers did not show up because they fear Trump's immigration checkpoints. Look at this.
Fire bar farmer Joe Del Bosque told the senator 20 of his workers haven't shown up due to fears over immigration checkpoints.
If there aren't going to be people to pick the food, it's going to go rotting in the fields, and that means that the fruit that is and vegetables that are picked, the price is going to go.
Y'all, listen to this. The irony in this entire story is absolutely laughable. You gotta watch this video. So, here's the backstory. ICE is going to pick up somebody in this whole little farm area, right? So, when they got there, there were plenty of others that were illegal. And guess what? They were picking all of them up since they were there collectively. Now, they went over there and a whole mess of people showed up too to protest.
I always wondered, how did people find out where the ICE people be at? I don't even know where the cops be at, let alone ICE agents. People need to figure that out.
All right, they were protesting, and guess what? They were obstructing justice, and somebody got shot. And now these people who are anti-ICE, anti-police, anti-law, anti-Trump are calling the police for help. Listen in.
Running through the fields. They're shooting us through the fucking fields. They're shooting us, and where's the fucking police? Call 911.
Call 911.
Call 911. Where's the police?
We need the police.
We're literally chanting.
That's insane. Calling the police when you're here illegally? That's crazy.
And they're fucking shooting at us.
I always understand that. How I can't imagine going to France, the UK, getting off the airport, all of a sudden I get the numbers over there, getting a free car, free house. I don't know how people even do that in the first place here. That's insane.
There's fucking 80-year-old ladies right here protesting, and they're shooting at us. Where's the police? Where is the police? Someone call the police. Where is the police at? Where is the police? Where is the police? Call the fucking police! Where is the police? Get on the phone with the police! Look at us.
This is chaos.
Can I borrow really quick? Yeah, I'm gonna call the police.
So you got a phone, but you want to call? That's crazy.
They said you're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Llámala a la policía, nomás llama, ve lo que dicen. Hi, ICE is fucking shooting at us over here on Laguna Road, and there is no presence of a police officer. There is no presence. We have an 80-year-old that got shot in the eye. There is no presence over here on Laguna Road. Where are you guys?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Liberals are going to be big mad about this ICE raid because they're not liking the fact that ICE decided to show up to a pot farm out in California. Yes, ICE raided a pot farm, and let's just say it was pretty crazy. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and roll this clip because the price of pot is about to go up in this country. we don't have any illegals to grow our pot, right? Again, it started with you need illegals to grow the strawberries, right? And then it went to, well, we need illegals to wipe our asses. Now it's, well, we need illegals to grow our pot, right? So that's where we're at. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
It is still a very active scene here in Camarillo. Let's get right to Chris Christie, live at Air 7. Chris, how's it looking right now?
Mark and Colleen, you're taking a live look at Laguna Road here in Camarillo, where you can see a bit of a standoff here, a skirmish line between ICE officials and other immigration authorities facing off with protesters at the Glass House Marijuana Farm here in Camarillo after a major raid took
And people were telling me earlier that this wasn't a illegal pot farm. It was people were picking up lettuce. Obviously, that's a lie. And he's live on camera.
Place earlier this afternoon. It happened about 3.5 hours ago. Just wrapped up in the last few minutes, although you can still see a number of detainees right there next to that building. We've seen a number of U.S. Marshals buses picking up detainees and heading down the 101 freeway. It was a major raid, as you mentioned, and now a major confrontation as they encounter these protesters who have showed up to protest this immigration operation. We have seen 2 major skirmish lines separating 2 sets of protesters. At times there have been smoke grenades deployed right here along Laguna Road, and a lot of screaming and yelling, even a couple of arrests as far as we can tell. You can see this is still an active situation, and again a situation we're going to continue to keep an eye on. Reporting live from Air 7, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, so I'm sure they're shocked by this because
I'm shocked.
There was speculation about President Trump ending the raids on the farms, right? But apparently that's not happening, right? He is still raiding the farms, so I'm pretty sure they're extra shocked by this, that this has not stopped, despite their pleas, right? They're begging for mercy. Don't raid the farms. We need our illegals to do our slave labor, right? That's essentially what they're begging for, right? They're begging for slave labor, okay? Democrats are showing us every day that they're still the party of slavery, right?
Thank you. Moments ago, federal agents were seen squaring off with protesters. You're looking at brand new video of tear gas being fired into the crowd of demonstrators. At one point, one of the protesters was detained after the tear gas was deployed. Several people were seen throwing rocks back at the agents. Eyewitness News reporter Leo Stomworth was caught in the middle of the chaos as the tear gas began to fly, and he is live near Camarillo with the very latest. Leo.
Hey, my friend, we're at Laguna Road and Wood near Camarillo. We are far removed from where the chaos was just less than an hour ago when tear gas canisters started flowing and when less than lethal rounds started being deployed. My photographer got hit twice by less than lethal rounds, and he's got blood on one of his arms. And
man, this is get out of hand. And, damn, they went from all the way downtown LA to way up there. That's crazy.
He just took off running with the entire crowd. It was absolutely chaotic. Here's more. Federal agents popped off tear gas and less than lethal rounds, causing protesters to scramble back.
Look at that.
My Eyewitness News photographer and I in the middle of the panicked crowd rushing away. We got caught in the mayhem. And startled like everyone else, terrified of getting hit by a less than lethal round or overwhelmed by tear gas clogging the throat. Hurry up. Right now they're popping off tear gas canisters and folks are just running like crazy, and it's just chaos out here. I'm gonna have to get out of the way, folks. All right.
We were speaking our minds like we can as U.S. citizens. We have tear gas being pepper-based bomb. I got hit with the paintball. This is not okay. We are expressing our First Amendment right, which is freedom of speech, freedom of action, freedom of the press. This is what we need to be doing as a people coming together against them.
I'm sorry, I didn't even
are the evil.
Bruh, I'm trying to figure out how all these people get out there so fast. Right?
That's what.
How do all?
Bruh, that's what I just said. They just did the ice raids, but yeah, all these people. I know some of the people are from where they're working, and some of the people escape their jobs. You know, common sense. But I'm talking about the people that are protesting and all that stuff. That's just crazy. Too fast. Somebody got to be tipping these people off. I know they have the app down there, but this is faster than the app.
All these people get out here to these pot farms, right? How do they know? How do they get out here? Wow, this is insane. It really is. These people are insane. Absolutely insane. But hey, it's the best entertainment on television, to be honest with you.
It's crazy.
This is the main reason why the Trump administration, they cannot let up on this, right? They have to continue to do this because again, this is great entertainment. I can never get enough of these people cry about these ice raids.
Tear gas, they started shooting at us for no reason.
Shooting what, the rubber bullets?
Yes.
Yeah, no reason. Absolutely no reason, right? It's not because you're trying to obstruct or to stop them from deporting illegals. No reason why they're doing that. These people are silly.
It's for no reason. We were just standing there, and all of a sudden they started shooting and throwing rubber.
Why are you standing in the first place? You're supposed to be working, man. I don't know why these people are even protesting. Don't they got jobs?
Bullets at us, tear gas, and it's been a few times with us just standing there.
Here, some people have needed treatment from paramedics.
Yes, and paramedics, fire department.
How do you feel about what's going on here today?
This is really sad to know that this is going on right now when supposedly it was supposed to change. We had slavery back in the days. This is insane, you know?
They've gassed us.
Oh yeah, they had slavery back in the days, right? You're complaining about slavery when quite literally you're fighting for slave labor. That's what you're doing, okay? You're fighting for slave labor. Amazing. The irony here is incredible.
They did. They've gassed us about 3 times now. And so we've just been...
Here we go, white liberal. Here we go.
We're kind of a little bit leery and just wanting to run.
And here at Laguna and Wood, this is where some of the protesters have staged their protest right now after running away from all the chaos near where the federal agents are, about a half mile down the road from us. And you can see right now they're blocking a military vehicle from coming through here. So again, this is where they're staging right now, and more of them are showing up in this area as this situation continues.
Yeah, so they're blocking the road. Now, when federal law enforcement, when they get out of their vehicles and they start shooting, right, they start throwing the tear gas, they say, oh, they started doing it for nothing. We don't know why they're doing this, right? But yet they're clearly obstructing. You're obstructing, but yet you're complaining and claiming that you don't know why this is happening. Does everybody see how this works?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Live here near Camarillo, Leo Starworth, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. I'll send it back to you.
Certainly a difficult situation, Leo. Thank you. We want you to see this video as well from Air 7 minutes ago. We saw a line of people led away from the Glass House Farms by federal agents. Before that, Air 7 spotted dozens of people lined up outside one of the farm's facilities, several federal agents standing in front of them. And then a little while later, several people were seen sitting under a semi-trailer with agents around them. Still not clear if this was in fact a confirmed immigration operation, but we did see at least one U.S. Marshal bus on the property right there in the video, as well as several unmarked vans. They were seen driving away from the farm around 2:30 this afternoon.
And we spoke with the Camarillo City Council member about today's raid, and she explained how the immigration enforcement at these agricultural sites can have a far-reaching impact.
That we are in serious trouble. The farm working community, agricultural workforce was already struggling. They've already been struggling to get workers out on the field. And now with these additional tactics being utilized by the federal government, unfortunately, somebody's going to have to pay the price, and I think that might be us, and that will also be the agricultural growth.
We already paid the price. The eggs are high, everything is high, so it makes no difference. Just get the illegals out of here.
Growers whose food may rot. I mean, who's going to be picking your fruit and your veggies? And sadly, now every time that we sit down to eat, I want people to remember that it is being harvested under real serious conditions of trauma and terror.
She said back in June there...
Or maybe, just maybe, pay the American people $50 an hour to go out there and work instead of just paying them for the penny. Maybe we can get food back on the table, actually make American jobs. Maybe they want to have legal immigrants come working, or other people want to keep working to the agriculture. Just so silly.
There was an immigration raid where more than 40 farm workers were taken, but this is the first time she has seen tear gas being deployed during these raids in Ventura County.
Yeah. So again, they're going to be complaining, saying the price of your weed is going to go up. Don't be surprised. That's what Democrats embrace at this point, right? They're so desperate. That's what you're going to be saying. The price of weed is going to go up. Weed inflation is out of control because of mass deportations. Again, I wouldn't be surprised. My question is, did they arrest the owner, right? The owner, because the owner, he's employing these individuals, right? They're being employed by somebody, and I guarantee you there's links to cartel activity out here too, right? There's no doubt in my mind, this type of operation. So, it's just funny to me because these people are going to complain no matter what.
Right.
They're gonna play no matter what. They're calling, you know, the news. They don't really want to say what this farm actually is, right? They don't want to say it's a pot farm, right? They want to just, you know, try to keep it under wraps. Oh well, so you don't understand. They're just you know, raiding the strawberry workers, right? The strawberry pickers, right? We're worried about how we're gonna put food on the table. And it's like, no, you're worried about how you're going to get that weed, right?
Sick thing.
That's what they're really worried about. So, yeah, I mean, these people are insane. Again, apparently, these individuals have started shooting at ICE officers.
Oh, yeah, that guy had a gun
earlier.
earlier.
Deranged they are, right? This is all a product of the fear-mongering from Democrats. We still have not seen, again, all these negative results that we're supposed to see from these mass deportations. We haven't seen empty shelves or a lack of food or, you know, any type of major inflation from the mass deportations. And that, to me, suggests that these workers are not as essential as they claim, that we can do without them. Okay, and they can leave the country and maybe they can come back legally, right? They can come back the right way. But the irony in this story is that, like you saw at the beginning of this video, these anti-ICE protesters who are far leftists, who were probably anti-police as well too, they were begging for police, right? They were begging for police help because ICE showed up. To deport the illegals. They called the police, right? So the first thing they did, these defunded police people, right? These people that hate the police, right? Because you know if they don't like ICE, they also don't like the police either, right? So the first thing they did was that they called the police. They begged the police for help. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can't.
Man, shout out to the Black Conservative, man. I love his content. He's very funny and very informative. So shout out to him. Thanks for letting me use your videos in the future and the past. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. But man, yeah, he's right though. I mean, these illegal immigrants and anybody, it doesn't have to be Hispanics. Anybody illegally coming through the country, it's over. It's done. No more of this. It's changing. It's hitting our economy. It's doing all kind of stuff. And oh, what about the people that needs to feed their family and people work harder than the Americans? No, we work hard. We just don't take no bull. Yeah, you know. But anyhow, if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Share this on social media platforms to get this all the way through the algorithm. Putting my videos back up there. And I know I've been gone for a while, but let's get my videos back out there. I just miss YouTube, man. Just been busy with work, but let's get back to it. And hope you enjoyed this video. My name is KL Sounds. Have a nice night, nice day. God bless America. Peace.